I just realized I screwed up, and it was stupid. It was so stupid. God damn it. I screwed up. All right, hear me out. This is a mess. This is something I need to do. And I've been delaying this for a couple reasons, mainly because I had kind of a weird, rough start with EPQ, but now I think things are cool. But also, I've been drastically chewing on where I want to install it, how I want to install it, etc., etc. So I have finally come to the conclusion what I'm going to do, and it's going to be installing it in my garage because I believe that's going to be the best thing. Batteries outside, I just don't like that idea. Here's my box. So last time I did this, it was a pain in the butt, and I lost a remote control car, which is with the lithium battery just waiting to catch on fire. But I had to go from the box all the way up through the ceilings, all the way to the very end, and then all the way back over here, and then that took me into here. I think I made it through. There's no way in hell I'm gonna get my big bulky ass thing through it. So I don't know if I'm on plan C or D yet, but whatever next plan is probably just gonna be some drywall deconstruction. That's where I am, making it all the way over here, right? And that mass of wires goes that way. Kind of basically where that light is. Huh, look at that. See if you can see it, see if it'll focus. Huh, look at that. See if you can see it, see if it'll focus. Look at that right there. You see that? That was the original thing. It was my remote control car that got stuck. It is way down there. Hi, not dead. Not even gonna apologize. I took a break, I needed it. I feel so much better. It's a long story, but anyways, I've been trying to run wires in order to get this EPQ thing, which bad timing for EPQ whatever. Before my little break, I went on this big long thing about how I really needed to get wires ran from over there all the way over there, and I've decided to put my EPQ in the garage, and it's a whole long thing. I hated it. You see that right there? I decided I'm gonna cut a hole in the ceiling. This has been a big debate for me. You see, once I cut a hole in the ceiling, it's never going to be the same. It's hard to wrap my mind around, like, doing real destruction to the house. Long story short, somewhere right around here is where I need to cut a hole. There's a couple of problems here. One, I don't really know if the hole that I'm going to cut right here, because I'm too lazy to move this light, I don't know if this hole is going to be perfect. Two, there is roughly about 150 amps worth of AC service running through that area right there, so it's a little scary. But if I can cut that hole right there, I can like fish stuff through, and I can do things, and hopefully it'll only take one hole. That's my hope. I consider many different ways to do this, Dremels, power tools. So I'm just going to use a razor blade right there. Just a nice little before I screw everything up. Oh yeah! So far, so good. Oh, yeah. Much better view. So, you see that right there? That right there, that is the cement wall, the concrete wall, the basement wall. That is what I couldn't reach. No matter how much I fished, no matter how much I tried, I always got stuck like somewhere right around there because I couldn't get everything over. So that right there is the light at the end of the tunnel. I will be able to feed wire directly through all of this. And then over there, that is the, if I can get it to focus right there, come on, focus. That is the water room right there. So This gives me a direct line of sight to run all the wires I want to. Mission freaking accomplished. Took a ginormous hole in the ceiling, but I now have my guide wire. Now I gotta figure out wires. I want to run a 240 volt, probably 50 or 60 amp. That's gonna go to the garage. That's gonna be for welders, just whatever, primarily welders. I also want to run, obviously, the battery. I realized something. You guys remember when I did this thing with the sub panel thing and I used the remote control car with a camera that I attached to it? Well, guess what? I found it. Let me show you. There it is. There's the the friggin' thing. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Rescue. Rescue. Oh gosh. It's got wire or cables. It can do it. There you go. Rescue. It's been a day and a half. I had to go buy wire, a lot of wire. I spent $1,100 and some on wire. Let me show you. I bought 12-2 wire at 100 feet. I bought 6-3 wire at 125, and I bought 8-3 wire at 125. And then I have 14-2, probably 100 feet left of that. I'm not gonna use all of this, probably not even gonna touch that. I just laid it out because I have it, and I might return that. But since literally getting this stupid thing all the way over here and then getting that whole thing, and then like this was the biggest pain in the butt. Right, so before I end this video, because it was going to be a stupid short video, I want to make it slightly longer stupid video. I'm going to show at least pulling one wire over to the water room, 2 wires over to the water room, just kind of give you an idea how this is all going to go and how this is definitely moving forward now that I have the wire, now that I have a hole in my house, and now that I have a somewhat, I have 30% of a plan. That right there, that's not. Okay, this right here is the pull thing. So that goes all the way over there. That goes all the way over there. I'm gonna unscrew half of that. Then I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna attach the 6, the 8. I'm gonna hook it up to that. I'm gonna pull it over to this halfway mark. Once it's there, I can then finish it up by pulling it all the way over there. Boom. This is the 8-3 wire, right? So it's got 4 wires in there. That's 2 conductors, 1 neutral, and then the ground. As you can see, that is a thick boy. Then you got the 6. Now I'm gonna run a sub panel in the garage. I'll rant about that later. You can close the video out after I start rambling about that, but that is a thick boy. And that is actually what I ran to my server room for that sub panel. Maybe I should try to run it one at a time, or I can just not be a bitch. YOLO. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? There we go. There you go. A little bit more slack. My yellow bastard. There we go. Both lines ran. And probably the same effort would have taken just for one. I mean, it's a little stiffer or whatever, but both lines ran all the way. I have to make sure that all the wires have enough wire to go from the very top all the way down to the bottom. Maybe a little bit extra just to trim, just to make sure. But ultimately, this thing right here, this is the hybrid gateway, the smart gateway that comes with EPQ. So ultimately, I'm gonna take out this because that was a failed thing. I'm probably gonna put that somewhere right there, patch that up because I think it has to be a foot away or whatever. So it's got to come down, over, and be able to get all that. So I'm probably gonna pull this to where it gets down to about right here, just to make sure I have plenty of room. That way, I don't just shortcut myself. Sweating from just pulling wires. I think that should be more than enough. Right about here, if I were to drill straight out, that would go right into my garage, like to the bottom of my garage, and I would be able to avoid having to run wire all the way up through a wall, up into the attic, and then back down again. I've decided I'm gonna do a conduit. It's easier to work on, easier to install, and I don't have to tear up all the drywall that I spent so much time putting up when I remodeled my garage. So it is a garage. It doesn't have to be absolutely pretty, and I think conduit and all that other stuff is gonna be just fine. So I think the best bet is just to find the best place to drill a hole and send it right into the garage, which is perfect because once I do that, I can just pull a wire through or a rope or whatever and get a really good measurement of how much wire I need in order to stick it in the hole, which is going to be right about here. If the dryer vent's right here, then yeah, it's gonna come out somewhere around here. I figured, based off of where this should be, that means I can move this, and that's sheetrock, right? Yeah, so that'll be an easy drill, and that'll go directly into the garage. Hole saw! Yeah, those are probably even. Look at that. I officially have holes leading into my basement. Ran all the way over to the electric panel. Hell yeah. Number one, got that pulled through. Let's just say, hypothetically, it's the other one, but let's say hypothetically it runs over a little bit and it comes up the wall, and then I got the sub panel mounted right here, which is about, you know, the right height, give or take, the right distance from the thing. So if I have the sub panel over here, the wire is gonna come up, and then it's gonna have to loop back down like the main lugs, right? So you're gonna have to have some extra room. Now the EP cube, that's a whole different story. That's a separate line. I think it's gonna go, no, I can't put, I don't wanna put it underneath the heaters. It might have to go right there. Or is it better there? I don't wanna take my tools down. Like, I don't want it to be slammed by the door, so I don't want it by the door. I don't want it to be heated by the heater, which that puts it in line with the heater. And I really kind of sort of don't want it right next to the garage, because look at the gap. You see that? When a car pulls in, not much gap. That EP cube is gonna stick out farther than that. So that means it's gonna be very easy for, if a car ever does pull in, to clip it. Not that I have a car here, I'm just saying, like, if I did. I've been eyeing it down. There's no way around it. If I wanna keep it out of the direct radiant heat, which that's a bad idea. If I want to keep it out of the way of potentially getting clipped by a car, also a bad idea. I'm gonna have to take all that down, move it over, relocate that shelf or something. I'm gonna have to move everything over. I'm gonna have to make a spot right there to get that to fit. I thought about something else. Instead of one side of my garage, which is all the way to freaking over on the other thing, what about the entrance? I have a big black shelf there that if I'm parked, like my car's parked there and it's too close, I can't open the shelf. It's worthless. I need to relocate that shelf anyways. That's the wire. Panel's gonna go somewhere right about there. And I just realized I screwed up, and it was stupid. It was so stupid. God damn it. I screwed up. The EP cube takes 8.3. It's got a maximum 31 amp per line, 240 volt, of course. So, you know, 8 can get you like 40, maybe a little bit more, but 40. So I got 6.3 as well to run my sub panel. I cut the 8 as if it was the sub panel cord. I cut that 8 and said it was the sub panel cord. And I just I'm running, I gotta go up there and like unknot it. I'm running the full 125 feet of 6 that is gonna go to a panel that doesn't need all 125. It should be the oh my God. I am an idiot. I don't even know what I was thinking. What the hell was I thinking? I knew all of this. I knew this. God damn it. I'm gonna do a junction box and just extend it because I'm an idiot. And I'm gonna put it right where this cabinet is, I think. So look at this. If I park not up far enough, then I can't open this because it'll hit. Like right now, it's not that bad, or it's not bad at all. But this has always been kind of like in the way if I don't park exactly right because I have all my stuff over here. So if I put the power wall somewhere about right there, then it would fit perfect because I got plenty of room on this side, right here that it wouldn't be in the kill range of a car. I don't know what to do with that cabinet, but I'm sure I could figure out something to do with it. Like I got a big empty spot over here, right next to all that I could put that cabinet right there. I know making a junction box and making the connection extended, it's not really gonna be that big of a deal. As long as I do the connections right, it's not gonna have any heat issues probably. It's not gonna be as solid as a complete run, but it's just, it feels so stupid when you have all these plans, you buy exactly what you want to run the wires, and then just something gets into you and you're like, I'm gonna cut the wrong wire. That's just stupid. I went to Lowe's Depot, or actually I went to Menards. I got a bunch of stuff with the intent of returning things, but I just wanted to make sure that I did not have, which I still have to go back, but you know what I mean, I bought way too much. This is the electric panel I got. So, there you go. It's got eight. So it has 8 breakers in there. So that's cool. That's plenty enough what I need. I got 2 of them filled with 50s and then 20s and 15s. So the idea is that should give me plenty of power. And there's a spider. Underneath here is my box of receptacles, which I'm gonna have to order more stuff. I'm not really worried about all that right now. What do you think? I use this wooden thing here that I painted white, but then it got oversprayed, so I'm gonna paint it again. Anyways, I did that for support, and this comes in from the basement, of course. It's all attached to the wall, sturdy AF, and I got the 6 wire ran up here. I think I did a fairly decent job getting that ran into there, so that's good. I do have 2 50s that I'm gonna be running down to welder ports, probably right underneath there. Is just going to be a 60 amp panel, so it's not going to be able to run both of them at the same time, but I just want multiple different options. So then this is the 8 that I was talking about. Now of course it's shorter, but I think it's going to be able to fit what I want to do, which is going to be this. I'm going to take this, it's 1.5. Wait, no, it's 1 1/4, whatever. Anyways, I'm going to stick this right here and then run a pipe all the way up here. It's going to go right into the attic. Once it's in the attic, then I can free ball it wherever I want to, which is essentially gonna go across here, and then kind of sort of where this cabinet is right now is gonna be the EPQ battery, which makes a lot of sense for me. My plans have changed a dozen times since I started this, but I was gonna take that Husky cabinet and I was gonna move it right over there where that piece of board is. But then I realized I actually use the miter saw a lot, so then it would get in the way of the miter saw, so I don't really know if I wanna do that or not. So that Husky drawer right there, it kind of sucks as far as being sturdy. So I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna put that right over there, and then I'm just gonna shuffle things around. That way I'm not getting in the way of that. So that's the plan. I'll have 2 things right next to each other. I will have the battery right there. It's gonna go up into the ceiling, run right over, come right back down, and there you go. The great thing about having just enough to go up into the attic is because, you know, Dummosaurus Rex over here cut the line, I will be able to create a very strong, secure bonding splice thingy for that 8-gauge wire up there in a junction box and then run it over. So the cutting thing, even though stupid, I will be able to fix that without any kind of major issues. And just give you some quick ideas, like the reason why I wanted a sub panel is like things like this. This is so heavy, it always falls out of the thing, and it draws so much power, it'll blow the circuits. If I run the miter saw, if I'm running the vacuum, like just circuits will pop. So I need dedicated circuits. That's gonna be one of the first things. Once I get kind of all of this rolling, I'm gonna take another probably 1.5 and I'm gonna attach it to one of these sides and I'm gonna run that up all the way through there. The only thing I haven't figured out is it worth it to move my rack thing, which I think it is. Because if I'm gonna be running some pipes up, that's going to be allowing me to have wires going into the attic to wire all the other crap. That's just gonna get in the way. So I don't know where I'm gonna put that, but I'm gonna have to figure something out. A better place to put that. I think I'm gonna put this project on hold until next weekend, just to make sure that, you know, whatever it is that I come up with, I can think about and then think about some more and then overthink it and then regret it and then think about something else. And then next weekend I'll be fresh and ready to procrastinate. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe, Lots of money going into this. If you are in the market for VPN, I know I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again, bnbsucks.com. Get the discount through NordVPN, get your guarantees, get your fast. They're actually gotten so fast lately. So it'll definitely help, and I would definitely appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Have yourself a good day.